everybody. I think I got my cards all mixed up here. And welcome to this channel. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on where you are at in this world. Um, Welcome to this channel, Freya's Crone. My name is Melody. For those of you who are new to this channel, welcome. And welcome back to my returning subscribers from my other channel. I am grateful for each and every one of you guys and all the love and support that you've been giving me on this YouTube journey, all right? So when you come into this live stream, give me a big fat frenzy, either by double tapping the screen or just simply hitting that thumbs up. Leave me a comment in the comment section below and let me know how this general reading resonates with you. And please, if you have not yet subscribed, subscribe to this channel and don't forget to hit that little notification bell so that you don't miss when I go live or when I post videos. Now, this week sometime, it's by surprise, I am literally going to go live and do some readings, all right? So for the collective, as a gift for all of your love and your support, because I am very, very grateful to each and every one of you guys, all right? So this is for the element of Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and on Sundays we always, we always tap into the ancestors, all right? And if you notice in my screen, there's always an orb or something floating around me, so that's letting you know that they're here, all right? So Earth signs, let's go ahead and get started. Now I mixed up these cards by accident. So we don't read reversals in these cards, our signs. So today is July 19th. So July with the energetic year of 1 is an 8. We have the 19, which adds up to a 10. So 9 is significant here, which talks about lessons, hard lessons that we learned. So the ancestors are bringing through really hard lessons this week. Airs was very interesting. Well, they all are always interesting. Always. It doesn't matter. At least one reading usually takes a right turn. Clyde happens to be was the one of the readings took a right turn. Clyde and talked about missing socks, which I will never let that go. That was the funniest thing ever. I can't remember which video that was on, but when they said that, I freaking lost it. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Can we have a card, please? And thank you, ancestors, for the element of Earth. Opening message, what they need to know for their transformation purposes. Alrighty. On the bottom of the deck, we have taking risks. So you can see there's a hawk on there. There's a lot of red, which talks about aggression, passion. The red represents, I would say, Mars, because Mars is the red planet. Passion, aggression, you know, the root chakra, too, coming through. So let's see what your card is. Oh, look, freedom. Look, you got birdies. You got lots of birdies. It's just birdies. So, for some of you, there is a portal opening very, very soon with their eclipse. It's an eclipse portal. It's happening next month. So we got a full moon coming here. Not this week coming, but the following week that is in, I think, Aquarius. Well, wait a minute. Let me look real quick. It is in, yes, it is in Aquarius. So that full moon Aquarius could be opening up some sort of a portal. Now, listen, we have the North Node is either in Aquarius or will be rolling into Aquarius around the time of the full moon, which is opening up a portal, North Node. Then the South Node is going to be in Leo. And then on August 12th, we have the new moon solar eclipse portal, which will be in the South Node of Leo, which talks about the heart chakra awakening, repetitive patterns when it comes to giving and receiving, either communication, love, whatever, right? So something about that portal is significant for you, earth signs. So you're being asked to listen to your intuition, listen, because your ancestors are definitely communicating to you. Something about that is significant. And there is the heart chakra. So let's go ahead and read what this ancestor wants to bring through for the element of earth. Freedom. I love the fact that you got freedom. That's amazing. Okay. A cliff swallow. That's the name of that bird. The swallow flies free on wind currents in thermals and remarkable aerial maneuvers, igniting the expression as free as a bird. Now, who sings that song? Leonard Skinner. Freebird. You may need to look up them lyrics. In many cultures, such as ancient Egyptians, the swallow was thought to carry souls to heaven. Early sailors would tattoo themselves with the image of a swallow, so if they drowned, the swallow would carry their souls to the heavens. In poor light, a cliff swallow looks brownish. Brownish gray. So the brownish energy would be your earth star chakra. However, in good lighting, it is a luminous metallic dark blue, which is throat chakra. Okay, communication. Cliff swallows traditionally make their nests on vertical cliffs, carefully crafting them out of mud. Although they can nest solitary, they usually nest in colonies. When one finds a cloud of insects, it alerts the other members of the flock so that they can all be nourished. Even though they fly free, their communities support them. So your ancestors want you to know to express yourself without hesitation. What did I say about that heart chakra? The south node, opening up your heart to expression. Break free and let your spirit fly. Make choices that increase your freedom. Don't be tied down. Laugh, dance, explore, and go beyond predictable behavior. Be daring, cast aside restrictions, find your wings. As you do, you'll help others find theirs. You are not here to be ordinary or live a mundane life. You are here to step beyond limitations and self-imposed boundaries. Don't be trapped by the convention or the need to please others. Choose life on your terms. Don't accept rules that don't feel right. You can be immensely free and yet still be a part of a loving, supportive community. All right. Let me take a drink of my cranberry juice. Okay. All right. So right off the bat, I feel it Earth Star chakra and heart chakra. All right. So let's go ahead and pull your chakra. These are my chakra stars. I created them. All right. So let's pull here. We have the throat chakra. That's all about expression, baby. And it's open. It is open. You're free to express your truth. You are free to express whatever it is that you want to express. All right. So because we're in this 9 energy, I decided to use, these are lesson cards. The lessons that help us grow, because we're in that 9 energy today. 7-1 is an 8. Plus the 19 adds up to a 10, which is a 1. So 711 talks about mastering lessons for our soul's growth. The number 9 talks about these are hard lessons that we are mastering. All right. So let's go ahead and pull the lesson card for the element of Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. So somebody is learning a lesson of judging another person. Balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. I'm telling you, balancing yourself out to be able to express yourself, but be unbiased, right? Regret. I know that I cannot change the past. So you're learning a lesson of balance and regret. So you do have, this card is a light blue, a green, a blue, a green, a yellow, and a blue. See, the lighter, or the further it goes in, the lighter it gets. See how light blue this is? Right? And then it's purple, which talks about your spirituality, your third eye. It talks about expressing your heart, right? See, it's, to me, this looks like a picture frame. So maybe you need to see the bigger picture of a situation. And then you have sacral chakra, but it's mustard yellow. And it's mixed in like with some brown here, which is very muddy emotions that you're hanging on to when it comes to the past. So for some of you, you may be regretting something that you communicated in a very judgmental way. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. So earth signs, somebody could have judged somebody because of their uniqueness, because of their journey. Maybe this is somebody who maybe tried to isolate you from the community for somebody here. Somebody could be in the regret for their past judgment, for creating challenges. For somebody here, but I feel the answers are saying you're free from this. You're free from judgment. You can free yourself from the regret from the things that you did from the past. Whether you did something by yourself or within the community. So this talks about eating flies. So something about a fly, maybe a monitor spirit for some of you. All right, so let's go ahead and move on. So ancestor, bringing this freedom card, what wisdom does the earth need to know? Impasse. So there, you have a guardian angel who come through and either blocked somebody or they blocked you from going in the direction that you were going. We'll get more into that here in a second, but you're free. I feel like because they're coming in and saying that you're free, and you know what? The community also rules Aquarius. Aquarius is about our social circle, our community of people. So that full moon in Aquarius that's coming is very important to the element of Earth. Okay? So we do have sacral chakra coming through here. So for some of you, you could have trusted your intuition, and a guardian angel could have stepped in and blocked somebody who was judging you and took you like a free and took you in a different direction, because that's what the empath card talks about. Look, the full moon in the background. What did I say about that full moon in Aquarius? It is very, very into you, earth signs. I'm telling you, that portal from the full moon in Aquarius to the full moon in, hold on a second, I gotta get out my little cheat book here again. The full moon in Aquarius to the full moon in Pisces, which is a lunar eclipse. So that portal from July 29th to August 28th is very significant for you, earth signs. Through that portal, you're being freed from something. A guardian angel could be stepping in and protecting you from somebody who was judging you, right? Who was judging, feeling maybe that they were better than you, right? Judging you, feeling that they were better than you because you're unique. creating a lot of challenges on your journey. It's like flies, being a bug in your energy. Like flies to me represent monitor spirits, all right? Yeah, look, a hater. You have 3 of them. 3 haters. Balance. Balance. Hating on your journey. Judging you. Challenging you. Alrighty, so give me some wisdom with the balance card. Wisdom. How about that? They're like, here, here's some wisdom for you, wisdom. I love these guys. They're freaking funny. All right, so this talks about that heart chakra. Remember I said about the heart chakra when I first started it, right? Earth sign, so the earth in our belly. So this talks about the wisdom in your heart, being able to express yourself, create through the power expression, because the heart chakra talks about giving and receiving. Did you see that? And giving and receiving, right? But it also is the air chakra. The moon in Aquarius. Aquarius is an air sign. Talking about the community. Okay. Yeah, creation. Somebody is very insecure because somebody demonic. These 2 cards come out for air reading. All right, so regret. A lesson of regret. What's the wisdom of this lesson of regret for the element of earth? Completion. So another sacral chakra, right? So somebody could be passing away through this portal between the full moon in Aquarius and the full moon in Pisces. Somebody could be passing away from a heart problem, right? For being vain and trying to confuse somebody who is a chosen one, right? Remember, the swallow carries souls, right? The swallow carries the souls to wherever they need to go. So somebody was vain and they were trying to cause a lot of confusion, a lot of challenges on somebody's journey by judging them because they're different. Now they regret what they're doing because they could be passing away for trying to guilt somebody, right? And they like created this facade, right? Because they didn't want somebody to see something clear, right? For whispered in somebody's ear. All right, so give me something with the throat chakra for the element of earth. Expansion. So there's a throat chakra clarifying a throat chakra. And throat chakra clarifying another throat chakra. They were trying to isolate you. Alrighty. Let's take a look at the bottom of the deck. Mysticism. Yes, they were doing magic. They either evil-eyed you or were doing magic because they didn't want you to accept the fact that you have this mediumship ability or accept the fact that, you know, you are a piece of the whole. Like, you are a small part of the whole collective. Somebody has the ability, right, with the mysticism card to see spirits. Somebody who's a medium. This person could have did magic, could have definitely sent a spirit after you. An earthbound spirit, right? Forgiveness. So this card talks about they could have used an animal. They could have sacrificed an animal. But they could have did something to create a child as well. All right, so, oh, I didn't even know this card was here. Creation. This card was laying on Ask Your Guides. So to me, with this card leaning on Ask Your Guides book, this, you have an ancestor here who is guiding you. You need to pay attention to your thoughts. They're your guardian angel now. They're like your spirit guide, your guardian angel, right? And they're saying to ask them for help. Ask them for help to clear out this cloudiness. Because they're definitely around you. Right here, they're definitely around you. And they could be saying, listen, you need to let go of regretting something. I feel like they could have judged you for some of you. Yeah, that's crazy. That card was on that. Yeah. I feel like somebody used either magic or their psychic abilities to try to manipulate a situation here. All right, so impasse, freedom. So this is talking about the swallow. It carries the souls across into the light. So this path is obstructed. Reroute. Reggie Rust is a guardian angel. One day, two friends, Clem and Craig, are dismayed to discover Reggie blocking their path through the mountains. With no way to get around him, wondering why Reggie wanted to stop them and not daring to try to pass, they take another route. Reggie then moves on, having protected Clem from a landslide ahead that would have claimed their lives. So you had a guardian angel who come in and protected you from two people. Who was trying to claim your life. Judging you. The flies. I'm telling you, monitor spirit, the flies. Guess where flies land, right? They land on dead things. They also land on poop, right? This is a reroute, not an ending. The path is blocked and you are in an impasse. Goal is still here, right? Don't wait for your present situation to change. Stay focused and find another path. Change of direction, regroup, refocus, protection from harm, and guardian angels. So you, like, really, the swallow protecting you, right? So a guardian angel protected you from something. Wisdom, opportunity, and surrender. So you need to surrender because you're freed from something. You've been rerouted. Guardian angel protected you. All right. Because somebody tried to end you. Right? They could have even went as far as to get graveyard dirt, because this talks about somebody who was in World War II, an Army veteran, right? Being something about the cemetery. Somebody could have used graveyard dirt. Remember, magic. Mysticism. This is like the high priestess. Somebody who uses magic. Remember, I said, unalive you. They could have used graveyard dirt or sacrificed an animal. Because they judged you. They judged you. Their resentment of you. So they wanted to block you. They wanted to unalive you. For some of you out there, that's not for everybody. Please don't take it if it doesn't resonate with you. And now through that portal from the full moon in Aquarius to the full moon in Pisces, this person's going to regret what they did. They're going to learn a very hard lesson because they're probably going to be laid to rest themselves. So wisdom. When it comes to learning a lesson of balance, I bring a state of harmony, perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. Wisdom is knowing the difference between a calculated risk and stupidity. How about that? And this is talking about sage. So sage is very important. Something about sage. That's what that herb is. So I recommend earth signs, go get yourself some sage to help clear out this energy. Okay? Clear out your throat chakra. Clear out the energy in general. Clear out the cloudiness. That's why this ancestor landed on ask your guides. You got an ancestor who is a spirit guide who is working with a guardian angel who protected you from something. Okay? One day, a young sagebrush asked the grandfather how to grow old with wisdom. The elder answers, we must learn from our mistakes. Before you worry about something, ask yourself if it will be important in the future. Enjoy your present form as we all change with time. So somebody could be learning a lesson of judgment, making some sort of a mistake, harboring resentment, regret. Is there some wise counsel that you have sought only to ignore it? Right there. Who is a spirit guide, an ancestor, wise counsel? Solution may come from those more experienced than yourself. Stay in the present moment and do not let your thoughts jump ahead. Do I go with my heart or against it? Am I ready to live in leadership? Wise counsel, focused energy, honoring yourself, contribution, being chosen, contentment, and transformation. And this is on balance. So the wise counsel done stepped in and made a choice here. They made a choice to support you. Right? They made a choice to support you. So they're asking you, you've learned from some sort of mistake here. Right? So use some sage to help clear out your energy. It looks like some sort of a cross, but definitely maybe a sword. See, this looks like a sword or a cross. This is that wise counsel here answering you. Find peace. So you definitely have the support of your ancestors, your guardian angels, and some sort of wise counsel who have come back to answer your question. That they are supporting you. Don't worry. Make sure you stay in the present moment. All right? So completion. So regret. This is under the lesson of regret. Life comes to a spectacular close. He was raised in an orphanage and never wore new boots until he enlisted in the army in 1942. By the end of the war, he was decorated veteran and had survived what many of his brothers had not. Later became an actor. He was well loved, but history will remember as a war hero. When he was finally laid to rest, Goddess smiled at him as he received him into the heavens. So freedom. So somebody's being received into the heavens. Their soul has been taken across and received into the heavens. something about a World War II veteran that is being remembered as a hero. The wise counsel, gods, goddesses, guardian angels, spirit guides, right? They're saying that you are a hero, or they want you to remember yourself as a hero, because the heavens are smiling down upon somebody, honoring your legacy, a natural ending to a grand adventure, a new beginning on the horizon, adventure, honoring those who give to us, achievement, determination, and fulfillment. So stay determined to keep completing these emotional patterns of self-criticism, judgment, regret, resentment, because you can't change the past. The only thing you can do is learn from it, and that's the wisdom that the wise counsel wants to give to you. On a negative, lower vibrational energy, there was somebody here who used graveyard dirt and did some sort of a ritual to access somebody's ancestors, their spirit guides, to, they took some sort of a risk. And what this person doesn't realize is that somebody is a chosen one. They have a very unique path. They're a very unique person, and that they're heavily protected. All right, on a lower vibrational energy, a lower vibrational message, because I know I have some people who watch my channel who are stalkers and they're haters, so that doesn't go for everybody. I'm grateful for my loved ones, the people who do watch my channel and love what I do, who are here for me. Okay, so that message is not for you, so don't take it, all right, because it doesn't resonate. All right, so clarifying the wisdom of the open throat chakra. Oh, wrong card. You see it when you believe it. Sky God was seeking wise counsel. I'm telling you, wise counsel. You can't make this up. There he is. Sky God. So the sky gods, yes, the sky gods, and then there's you would have to understand the Norse mythology. That's why my channel is called Freya's Crone, because Freya and Odin are the sky gods. Just so you know. Sky God was seeking wise counsel to choose the color sky. He wanted the beings of Earth to feel serene when they looked at his work. Other great spirits remind him to trust his intuition. He will know the right color when he sees it. Sky God trusts and sees the color clearly. Thus the sky becomes blue. Seeking good advice is vital when you are pushing into new territory. And that's exactly what you're doing. You're at an impasse. You're moving into new territory, something that is unknown to you. And you got a spirit guide who is walking with you, and they're speaking to your head, they're speaking to your crown, giving you wise advice. But for some of you, you may need to use sage to clear cloudiness, the clutter in your mind, clear out the clutter in your sacral chakra, so that you can trust your intuition. Stay away from anyone who is critical of your dreams. This indicates possibly changing your friends. So changing your friends who make you feel isolated, right? Wise counsel, fruitful collaboration, spiritual support, state of uncertainty, being guided, counseling, connections, and progress. Yeah, you're definitely being guided and supported. You got strong spiritual support, and you're being guided, right, by guardian angel, taking you in a different direction here, because they're protecting you from somebody who's trying to you, right? Because they're judging. So isolation. I've got all I could ever need right here. Sapphire Sapphire is blue. Occasionally he gets invited somewhere, but invariably turns the invitation down. After all, what would he wear? He bought a tux once just in case, but don't wear it because he might spill something on it. Besides, going out would alter his routine. He's tried to meet people, but hasn't met anyone of his caliber. So Sapphire stays home alone and remains quite blue. Do not wait for the right time to live your life. You are on the verge of something big. But if you don't participate, it could pass you by. Self-protection, making excuses, ever preparing, never ready to take action. Celebration, experiences, and play. Okay. So do you know the difference between isolation and solitude? That's what they want you to know. So, yeah. So you may need to change some friends that isolate you. Maybe invite you out somewhere and then don't bother to even care to pick you up. Or maybe you need to go out and find yourself some new friends. Earth signs, see the earth in her belly? You have the sky gods coming through. Once again, speaking to you. Look, doesn't he look like this grandfather in this card? Does he not look like him? Who is speaking to you? Somebody has strong, like family around them who have passed over, guardian angels, gods and goddesses, deities, whatever you want to call them. Somebody has a strong connection with the gods. All right. So empaths and freedom, what wisdom? Give me a little bit more about this empath, guardian angel, freedom. 5 of Cups. So throat chakra energy. So the 5 of Cups in reverse talks about letting go of regret, right? Letting it go. Because look, see, it talks about letting go of regret. See the cups that you offered to people, offered to your friends perhaps, and what they did was they did not value you. They didn't appreciate your love. They didn't appreciate what you had to offer. They didn't appreciate your kind words. They didn't appreciate your expression of love, right? What did they do? Dump it out, right? So a 5 energy, which is the throat chakra. So 5-5 could be significant. Balance and wisdom. This wise counsel. Give me some more messages from wise counsel and sage. 6 of Wands. You won the battle. Victory has been achieved. And that's what you know. So you've cleared out this negative communication from this friend group. You cleared it out. You've won the battle. Victory has been achieved, right? This talks about achievement. Talks about success, right? Or I think this one was about achievement. One of them was. So, look, and it's also third eye energy. So for some of you, you have a psychic sight. You have like a mediumship ability. The 6th sense here with the 6 of Wands. You have a 6th sense. You have a higher connection with your spirit team, with ancestors, with spirit guides, with the gods. And they're bringing you back to a perfect state of harmony and balance with the 6 of Wands, helping you to find peace. So you need to turn your back to these negative Nellies. Let go of the regret. Let go of regret. The 5 of Cups in reverse. Go. You've already learned this lesson. You can't change the past. So why sit and dwell in it? Because it's just causing an inner war, and there's nothing you can do about it. So you could have a friend group who's trying to create war against you. All right. Or this could be talking about a witch war. It could be talking about a magic war, right? All right, so regret. Another cannot change the past, and completion. Six of Swords. So yeah, you need to move on. You need to move on from this toxicity of these people. Right? You just need to move on, because the emotion that you are carrying within that sacral chakra of regret, resentment, is very toxic. And that's what the gods, the sky gods, want to tell you. Because you are elevating, you are you're leveling up, right? You're coming into a state of balance with your spiritual gifts. 6-6 talks about a 3 energy, but we got 5-6-6. So 11-6-11 could be significant, which 6-7-8, which is an 8 energy. So yeah, you were blocked for a reason, and that's what you need to understand. You are blocked from going, or you are blocked from getting an invitation. You are blocked for going for a reason. It was to save your life, because somebody had a plan here. With the hawk, somebody had a plan here. It was a very it was a risky situation. So for expansion on the throat chakra, yeah, 10 of Wands. This is, again, this talks about getting a new friends group, because the friends group that you got right now do not value you. They do not appreciate you. They're trying to get you to carry some sort of a burden that is not yours. You do not have to please these people, so stop pleasing them. People pleaser. This is your burden that needs to end. The 10 of Wands talks about always gotta please somebody. Can't. This is like an energy of, no matter what you do, you're not gonna make them happy. No matter what you do, you are not gonna make them happy. They're always gonna have something to say. They're always gonna be judging you. They're always going to be hanging on to some sort of resentment. They're always going to guilt trip you. And I feel like that's what they're doing. They're guilt tripping you. Right? See the 9 of Wands she's got behind her head? That talks about the wounded warrior, right? The inspiration that you've gained from all the other times you've been wounded by people around you. And they're regretting letting them, right? Regretting letting them, like making you feel powerless, like giving your power away. Regretting letting them have power over you. So you got this wand. You got one more wand here in this hand. This is the inspiration that the sky gods are giving. This is it right here. These people do not value you. So don't give your power away to people who do not value and appreciate your self-worth, because it's not worth it. The burden is not worth it. So don't allow them to guilt trip you. Don't. You've already learned that lesson. How times you going to repeat it? I just seen 444. So give me a card for isolation. 3 of Swords. This is beautiful, because this talks about letting go of the heartbreak. This talks about, that power, right? The power of your mind with the Swords energy, and how it keeps replaying the heartbreak with these people who did not value you. See the heart? Remember I said about Leo? The solar eclipse in Leo? Leo rules the heart space. Leo is a fire sign. So 10 and a 3 is a 13. So these people truly was to, yep, that was their plan. So you were warned of danger. You felt it. You knew it. So the Three of Swords in reverse talks about letting go of that regret, letting go of the wounds, letting go of the heartache, the despair, right? Letting go of the heartache and there and getting yourself back out there to find new friends, find better friends within the community. Because like attracts like. So don't be afraid to go out and talk, right? Don't dress yourself up just to sit there and be like, do. You know, I mean, it's not going to help you. 311 can be significant. So we got a 3 and a 1, which is a 4, and a 5, which is a 9, with a 6. 9 and a 3 is a 12, a 3 energy. 3 talks about putting your, being authentic with your expression, being your true authentic self. By what? Standing your ground with these people. Right? Being your most authentic self. For some of you, you're going through an ego death where you're completing a hard cycle of letting go of, you know, regret, of allowing people to play on your heartstrings, verbally manipulate you into doing things that you don't feel right doing. You know, when it comes to creating your own reality, when it comes to your thoughts creating your reality. So, yeah. All right. Any final messages for the element of earth? This, I feel like this is straight to the point, earth signs, like straight to the point. So you definitely have somebody who is preying on you, preying like a predator, like prey predator energy, because they've seen your potential and they wanted to keep you up like a rock, right? They wanted to keep you isolated. Knight of Swords. This is somebody who's like, this is either my way or the highway in person. This is somebody who's a know-it-all. You know, this is somebody who always has to be right. And this is that friend, right? That's always looking for a fight. You know, this is somebody who likes to, you know, be kind with an underlining energy of cruelty. This is that friend who likes to stab people with their words to what they want. This is somebody who is a verbal, emotionally verbal manipulator who does things just to get a reaction out of you. This is somebody who doesn't value you. They don't care about you. They only care what they can get from you. They only care about triggering you just to get a reaction out of you. They don't know what it is to have a good friend. They don't know what it is to value somebody that is true to them. This is somebody who is it's a classic case of you don't know what you got until it's gone. See the 3 swords in the back here? And then these 3 swords up here. It's like a battle, right? Yeah, a chariot. Somebody could be getting in a car wreck and passing away. Actually, somebody could be going over a bridge into the water. Somebody is definitely getting in a car wreck here. Or this could be talking about this guardian angel who has protected somebody from a fatal car accident and took them like a different route, right? Took them in a different direction. See the guardian angel right here? Yeah, I feel like that's this guardian angel who saved somebody from a fatal accident here and decided to take them, either like delay them a day or take them in a different direction, like a different route, instead of the road that they're on, right? They could have delayed it for somebody here. Or this could be somebody coming through, an ancestor who passed away in a car accident. Somebody who was a hero, who went to war. Yeah. So you're being asked to, I feel like I'm talking to, this person was trying to sacrifice you, right? But this guardian angel come in and saved you. And now you're awakening to why you had to go in a different direction. Yeah, look, Six of Cups. I feel like this was either was very immature or somebody from a past life. Nine of Swords. They could have, this is somebody who found their way out of that negative mindset, right? Somebody who found their way out of a negative mindset when it comes to their childhood wounds. Why? Because they went through some sort of an awakening. Somebody could have, these people could literally have sacrificed a child. Remember I said that about back here. An animal or a child. For magic. Graveyard dirt. But what I am seeing here is 3, 12, 6, 9. 3, 6, 9 is a key. The key is to spiritual achievement. Look, there's the star. You are being divinely guided because you're a star seed. And you have these 3 little witches who is trying to steal your light, steal your divine authority, steal your star, steal your crown. Is what I felt. They were literally trying to sacrifice you. They wanted to block your journey. And they thought they had the authority to do it. So what did they do? I feel like they took you to, some of you, they could have took you to spiritual court. But this spirit guide, this ancestor, stepped in and spoke on your behalf. And now through that portal, they're going to be the ones who, it's like, I'm seeing like a domino. Did you ever line up dominoes? All right, it doesn't matter which direction you line them up, but you line the dominoes up and you flick the first domino and went like a spiral. That's what I just see. The divine flicking this domino, and it's taking a domino effect against these group of friends who tried to siphon your light. See the light in that person's hand? Look, this guy looks pissed. To try to isolate you. To make you feel as though you lost your divine protection, some of you. See, this reminds me, this woman with the earth in her belly reminds me of an empress. The empress. Somebody's divine feminine side could be getting activated. They could have tried to ruin your reputation as well, because with the empress and the 10 of Wands, this talks about somebody trying to ruin your reputation by saying you're promiscuous, judging you. All right. Anything else you want to tell the element of earth? Any final messages before we go into this final spirit guide message? Because I feel like a spirit guide got something to say. I really do. Knight of Cups. So one of these people was a womanizer. The person was a very heartless individual. Somebody who's a womanizer. Somebody who could be a home wrecker. 3 of Wands. Yep. So the 3 of Wands in reverse talks about they took advantage of an opportunity. Right? They took advantage, the 10 of Wands, of an opportunity here. Again, homewrecker, always party situations, right? 3 people at a time. So this womanizer could be, likes to be in third party situations. They like to be homewreckers while keeping somebody up on a shelf. Like there's always one that's sitting on a shelf waiting, like an elf on a shelf individual, right? While they're out with one, they got 2 on a shelf behind them waiting, right? All dressed up and nowhere to go. That's what I feel. Yep, look. Oh, yeah. They definitely sacrifice something to, you know, the devil here. So somebody's seeing something from a different perspective about this individual who is, maybe connected to some evil, somebody who is, like I said, a womanizer, always a home wrecker. This is somebody who's trying to hinder somebody. Definitely, I'm feeling definitely somebody who sacrificed at least 3 people to the devil. For some of you earth signs, though, I feel like you've seen something from a different perspective because you went through some sort of awakening about this addiction to, like I said, being an elf on a shelf, sharing your love to people who do not value the 10 of Wands, possibly even crossing boundaries and sleeping with friends. 6 of Cups. This person possibly summoned a demon to create a kid. Look, 69. Somebody's going to pass away. I'm telling you. Somebody has a lot of anxiety here. Somebody has a lot of anxiety, a lot of fear. They're all up in their head because they know what they did. 666. How about that? You can't make this up. 666. They don't want somebody to see their true colors. This is a womanizer. They don't want somebody to see their true colors. The fact that they sacrificed a child, possibly even other people. And they're really worried because they know that their time is limited. This is somebody who is a veteran. Vietnam, World War II. Yeah, because I got 69 here. That's when Vietnam War was happening. These, I feel like them and another person, this womanizer and another person, created a child, possibly summoned an incubus and a succubus to create a child, right? Aquarius, the Aquarius moon is very significant. Somebody is being divinely guided here. Look, to, like, I don't know, this is talking about an addiction. 3 people. They could be passing away at home. I don't know where this is coming from, earth signs, but if, you know, maybe this is something you need to know about somebody around you, or this literally could be about an earth sign. If this isn't you, earth sign, then this is somebody around you in your friendship circle. You could be finding something out. Something could be brought to the light. Because not only Leo rule the heart space, Leo also rules childlike innocence. Okay? Just so you know. All right? Yeah, I'm telling you, they work together. 3 people work together. 3 people collaborated together. 3 people collaborated together. This is somebody who, again, third party situation. Somebody who is in a third party situation, like 3 people, like an orgy kind of situation. This is somebody who like either go 1 woman, 2 men, 2 men, 2 women, 1 man, 3 women, 3 men. I don't know. Is what I say. Alrighty, so Divine Feminine Spirit Guide, I'm calling you in for the element of earth to bring a message in. They're saying bravado. See that sword? Bravado. See the gods above you? See the community of people around you? Wounded warrior. So definitely somebody pointing the finger at you, judging you. Right? Somebody definitely pointing the finger at you. Wanting to create war with you. Number 41 could be significant. Survival. I'm trying to keep you in survival mode. See the 6 sharks, right? Keeping you isolated in this boat all alone. What I say about the predator prey, keeping you in survival mode. I got a divine mother. So this answer is either the mother of the child that they sacrificed, or this is your own mother. Mother, grandmother, does not matter. See the child? So this is the mother of the child, and they're both on the other side, showing you unconditional love. This is bringing tears to my eyes. So 411, this message is meant to come across to you today, especially with the 19th energy. So if you're questioning a time frame, if you have been on a similar journey that I have, and you know about this, because I talk about this a lot on my channel, and you're questioning, your spirit guide wants you to know it's coming. And they're very brave through this war that these people created for you. And that they come in and protected you. You got a special guardian angel, a special divine feminine who is showing you unconditional love because they are with that child on the other side. Telling you, 6 is significant. You got six tail fins. One of the people could have been a Pisces of the 3 people. See, 19, that's today's energy. Alrighty, so since this beautiful ancestor is coming in giving you this 4-1 through the crown chakra, letting you know you're not alone. You're protected. The God's got you. You're divinely guided and you're protected. That you are very psychic and very intuitive. You are the mystic. You have psychic abilities. You have mediumship abilities. You need to accept that. You need to accept and be secure with the fact that you have this. And find forgiveness. I feel like this inner child or this child and this mother is forgiving you, or they want you to find forgiveness, or start forgiving yourself if you've made some sort of a mistake here, which is with the wisdom about making some sort of a mistake, because a miracle is about to occur and you're about to see how truly protected you are. Because this individual played a lot of mind games with you. They tried to confuse you, whispering things in your ears, right? Trying to confuse you because they're vain. This is somebody who could, look, 3 people drinking, socializing. There's the 3 people. Somebody was very, very vain. When they whispered in your ear, they thought that they could play God. They wanted to guilt trip you, doing their work, right? Facade. They put on a facade like they wanted to be your friend. The facade of a true friend. Just to abuse you. Because they wanted you to carry their burdens. Wow, this is a powerful message. Rebellion, liberation, courage, and resistance. So you're definitely being freed and liberated. Does everything inside you rebel against authority, making you want to scream, "You can't control me"? If so, it's true. This person was control. They were trying to manipulate your free will, manipulate your mind with all these, look, with the solar plexus. They were trying to manipulate your free will. With the Knight of Cups. By playing on your emotions. Oh, wrong part. They're trying to control you. No one can control you unless you agree to it. The fact that you don't allow others to control you anymore is a sign of progress. It means that you're moving away from a world of dependence and claiming your personal authority, a self-directed conscious soul ready to take responsibility for yourself. So this person was trying to control your free will by manipulating your mind, being abusive. And that is why this ancestor and these spirit guides and these gods have stepped in, because they thought they could play God over your life. They thought not even the divine can manipulate your free will. It's against the divine authority. If you want help from your angels and your guides, you have to ask them. They can stand there and watch you go through it, right? But they can't step in unless you ask them. These people thought they could play God over life and manipulate your free will. They did something against your free will. 3 people worked together to play in your ears, to play with your head. And now they're in trouble. They are in trouble. See, look at the gods behind you. Does this one not look like Native American on the horse? Right? So they were pointing the finger at you. Right? And these people, the community was egging them on. See how they're all like, yay, yay, right? Challenging the authority figures in our life is a necessary step for growth. However, you must realize that not everyone or everything in your path is necessarily working against you. Ask your warrior guides for the courage to challenge what oppresses you and for the wisdom to know when to respect authority. The wisdom right here to respect authority. Your warrior God's message is stand up for what's important to you and ask for it. However, don't fight for its own sake. Respect the leadership and rights of others as well, right? So you stepping out of the way and going through everything that you have been through and not fighting back was what they wanted you to do, and you did it. Now the gods and everybody stepped in, right? They stepped in because this person really wanted to create war with you. They warred against you. Look, took that sword, that communication, right? And manipulated your free will. 41-5 to keep you in survival mode. 19. See the light shining down on you feeling isolated, all alone in your boat? What they wanted. They wanted you isolated. They didn't want you to have no friends. They isolated you from your friends, your family. Right? They painted a horrible picture of you. And that 411 is your message for today. Suspicion, endurance, vigilance, and perseverance. So you were suspicious of these people. Like your suspicion was right. Your little spidey senses went up for a reason. You persevered through the situation. And your this ancestor said, congratulations, bravado. We got you. We got your back. We seen the whole thing. Your healer guides around you and lovingly embrace your momentarily injured spirit. Yeah, they injured your spirit. Right? They siphoned off of your energy. They tried to end you by unaliving you. But your spirit guide saved you. Like I said, in a car wreck for some of you. They tried to get you in a car wreck, to set it up to get you in a car wreck. Tried to set you up in a group of people, right? But your spidey senses went off and said, something don't feel right. I'm not doing that. They want you to recognize that all attacks, betrayals, and injuries you've suffered, whether they were through the unconscious behavior of others or through your own misunderstandings or poor choices, have left you physically wounded and fragile. It's no wonder your guard is up. It's difficult to trust even yourself at this time, but you must. And the only way to do so is stop blaming yourself or others for what has occurred. So yeah, stop blaming yourself. You gotta let go of regret for what you left happen. Forgive all the way around. Learn from your experience and strengthen your boundaries and judgment. What did I say? Judgment. And forgiveness, right? Forgive. All human beings are grave and sometimes terrible mistakes. All human beings make grave. How about that? Grave. Look, the grave. And sometimes terrible mistakes. It's not your fault that you feel violated. It's a lesson to learn from. Nor is it weak to acknowledge that you've been hurt. Denial may serve you in the midst of crisis, but it only handicaps you if you stay mired in it. Admit to your injuries and disappointments and allow the nurturing forces of your healer guides to step in now. And that's the ancestor card from creation that landed on unconditional love, divine mother. So this is the mother of the child that got sacrificed. This could be your own mother, your grandmother, your great grandmother, whoever it is. It's a maternal ancestor. They are able to soothe your soul and weave your aura with loving light and nurturing forces. Trust their influence by dropping your defenses and acknowledging your wounds. They urge you to seek support from capable, caring professionals who can help you learn from these disturbing experiences. Some of you, it could be a counselor. I don't know where I've seen that at, but I could have swore I did. And show you how to prevent them from occurring again. Their message: the danger has passed. All right? The danger has passed. You are safe. It is time now to heal and learn from your experience. I'm telling you, somebody tried to set you up to get in a car accident to unalive you. And something happened that changed. Either you had to go in a different direction, or maybe you changed a time. Like maybe instead of going out that day, you decided to stay home. There is a reason for that. Okay? Just so you know, you need to understand that. You need to see something from a higher perspective here. Right? Because you had somebody who was a predator, who was preying on you. Right? They were preying on you to complete you. They wanted to see you here. But instead, you won the battle. You won the war. Because you trusted your spidey senses. And you survived. Like I said, you could have taken a boat trip. Like, see the boat? Something about going on the water. All right. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a great day. I appreciate all of your views, all your likes, all your comments.